Currently, most farmers use these greenhouses, which are very expensive. So for us, we came with a technology of using a shade net, which can trees are locally available and even cheaper. So looking in all of that, we spend 2 million adding the pesticide and the soil, because we have our technology of sterilizing the soil, not using any other thing. Then at the end of it all, you're getting 60,000 seedlings, of which one seedling is 1,200 for us. Then we can get the 72 million out of it.
Then there is some person who asked, are we training farmers? Yes, we are doing so, because even when you look at our revenue streams, we're also targeting farmers. We shall look into how we shall get money from farmers, such that if we train you for maybe a week, we can get some money from you. Thank you.
Sorry, it looks like I'm rushing you, but we have so many other teams and we are supposed to be on time. Can we clap for the proud farmers? Okay, next, the lifeline. You have 5 minutes. Somebody needs to get this mic. I hope you can use 30 seconds to set up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have bad news and good news. Let me start with the bad news. You know that by the end of today, 250 to 300 children around the world will have died because of cancer. My name is Xavier Pomuchibi, and this is Team Lifeline. Meet AK, a 13-year-old who recently died just because the cancer was diagnosed late. That is AK. AK is not alone. Very many people are sharing this story. Globally, about 30 to 50% of cancer cases are detected late. In Africa, 70 to 90% of cases of cancer are detected late. In Uganda, the case is not different. Our beautiful pearl of Africa, 80 to 90% of cancer cases are detected late. The problem is urgent. 44% of children with cancer worldwide die undiagnosed. They just die of cancer, but we didn't even diagnose them. My friend bought from Belgium. In high-income countries like Belgium, 80% of them, if they have cancer, they can survive. But in low and middle-income countries like Uganda, if you have cancer, you only have 20% chances of survival. Late detection of childhood cancers. I started with the bad news. Here comes the good news, the solution. Our team, multidisciplinary, software engineers, medical people here, we have come up with an AI that has been coded to come and help us detect cancer early. I mean, we are having our prototype of a microscope. There is a traditional microscope that is used in health centers in our villages, this one. But alone, it takes a long process. Sometimes it gives us false results, errors. It is prone to errors. It takes a lot of time to come up with results using this microscope alone. What do? We come up with an adapter that has been powered by AI. My colleague here is going to show you how the system runs. We detect cancer here, even with zero funding, we have started detecting cancer. This adapter here is going to give us accurate results. It is fast. The AI has been trained. It can differentiate cancer from non-cancer, saving us from the challenge of late detection. Our unique value proposition. How are we adding value to the healthcare system of Uganda? The Ministry of Health is dying with losage, a lot of time that is being wasted. But if we detect our cancer early, it means we are going to confirm it early. The treatment is going to be done early, saving time, reducing costs. If we detect cancer at an early stage, it means that we shall incur less costs. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a pharmacy student. When you are treating cancer in advanced stages, it requires a lot of money to buy those medicines. We are helping the government. We are empowering health workers. We are not stopping there. The child and the family who are suffering from cancer, we are saving their lives. Let's go on. How are we making money? This is a B2G. We are giving our product to the government. It's giving money. We are dealing with the private hospitals. We have the annual AI subscription. Let my colleague connect very fast. But before we go, let's talk about the model. Under the model, we are having our channels we are going to use to distribute the national medical stores, the joint medical stores, partnering with Ministry of Health, and so on and so forth. I've talked about the revenue streams. The subscription will be done annually. So let us see how the AI is going to work. Our year one projection is 46.7% return on investment. This is a low-cost product. And when we continue, we shall see our team members. These are our team members. So let us see the AI very fast. The video. Yes, so as he... 1 minute? Yes, so as he continues, what we are going to expect to see... Use this remote.
So this is what I was able to come up with as a prototype, and so you see it's telling you to capture I'll upload the image, but since this is attached to the microscope, it will take it in real time. Yeah. So I use this just to show you how it all works. So we'll here. So capturing, uploading the image. Okay. So we'll come and get an image, for example. This is the microscope slide, and open. So it will analyze the morphology that it is seeing on the screen.
When you clap you off, when your time is out, we clap and we clap you off, okay? Thank you so much for the presentation. The judges? So I think you should be expecting more questions in regard to the visualization of the prototype from the judges. Martin?
All right. Thank you so much, team, for the energy, for the good innovation. I loved your presentation. I have quite some experience in artificial intelligence, and I'm wondering where you're getting these images from to train models that are applicable to our environment. That is one. I love the fact that you're focusing on pediatrics. I think when cancers are detected in children, the percentage of survival is higher in children. So congratulations on that. And then who is going to pay this subscription? And then the last one, the presenter for the innovation was using I. Please start from using I, a group. Okay? Prefer to use we, because we worked on this as a group. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that good idea. We can't wait to see it come to life. My question is, what type of cancers are you looking at? Are they, because there are so many types, but I heard you talk about cancer in general. So is your solution going to look at all, like one AI or one microscope, one model can diagnose all of them? And also, the other thing is, I think you need to look at the cancer screening system in Uganda, see, okay, when we get this from health center 2, health center 3, because most people, by the time they come to the main facilities, the cancer is already at another level. And I think you're looking at detecting cancer when it's still treatable, right? When it's still at a lower level. So try to look, are you looking, okay, this is maybe a piece of advice, that you try to look at the health structure, that when someone in Nyakayo, a child is sick, the symptoms are not clear. Symptoms as symptoms of malaria and any other sickness. That's why many times it is detected late. So look at whatever we are developing, can we scale it down to the lower facility, the first line facility where people will go, instead of coming when the symptoms are at, like the cancer is at a stage where it cannot be treated? You understand? Otherwise, thank you so much. That is very good.
Thank you so much. Very convincing presentation. I'm actually very interested to hear the answers on the other judges' questions, so I'll give you more time for them.
And also maybe to add on that, I know Martin touched on it, I think, about the money bit. Who is going to pay? Is it the mother? Is it the hospital? Is it most of these people who come late? There are people who cannot afford to go to private health facilities where someone can pull out money and pay for anything. In Uganda, so look at something that, who is going to pay? Where is their value in this solution as we look at partnering with them? Who is going to pay for your solution?
Thank you very much. Let me start with that. Who is going to pay? Our business is business to government, so it's the governments that are going to pay. The government of Uganda, they have a lot of interest in cancer, and this device is going to be purchased by them, and it's going to be available in the lowest.
Let me give you a tip. If you're developing something thinking that government is going to pay, it will take ages.
Yes.
Please look at the reality in our Uganda. By the time you get an approval or funding from Ministry of Health, it will take you ages yet to believe this to work. That is something you can think about later.
Okay.
But look at something that we need the money, but we also need it to be put into use. You understand?
Yes.
But ministry, yes, but at a lower, at a higher level, they need to see results first. I think Martin are right. Before they can say, okay, let's give you money.
Yes. Can I answer the other question? Yes. So we are putting it in the lowest levels of healthcare, the health center 2s, health center 3s, health center 4s, such that a person from Nyakayojo, when the son or the daughter gets any abnormal symptoms, they always run to the health center before they even come to the referral. And those health centers are equipped with the microscopes, some of them. But now we are empowering the health centers such that they detect the cancer early and refer to the higher levels of health care.
But that is something we can advise later. They don't have the budgets.
Okay. Thank you.
As for you're asking for where we are going to get the images or the slides to train the AI, we have contacted some of the hospital hematologists. He's my lecturer, so we contacted him and he was willing to help. I have an email on my phone. He said he is willing to help in any way, and he has boxes of slides he has collected over many years of experience. I think you know Mr. Enoch. Yes. So we have all that, and he has more connections because at Masaka Regional Referral at Mulago, he told me we can get the slides to train the AI models. The other thing is which cancer? 98 actually % of the cancers in children are leukemias and lymphomas, and those are the main ones that are that can be easily detected if the microscopes at lower health centers are empowered, because that's usually the way they flag them off, like, this is a malaria, go back home, come back after 2 weeks. But usually it is not the case. Yes. Thank you.
One piece of advice when you're developing a medical innovation, it's not like when you're developing an innovation in agriculture. You understand? Those slides, Mr. Enoch is not just going to say, come to my lab, I'm giving you the slides. There is a lot that is involved in ethical approvals, but don't worry. As long as you start developing, you will get the approvals to access whatever you need to access. But please do not go to people's labs asking them for the images, for the samples to use. NDA will come for you, REC will come for you, UNCST will come for you.
Yeah, I agree with Nuriat, and listen, but as you start developing, make sure you've done sufficient research, okay? You collect slides for people who are sick, collect slides for people who are okay, and then run your models on those two slides, okay? Yeah, but well done.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Okay, can we have the Echo Minds? Echo Minds, you have 5 minutes, 20 seconds to set up.
Good morning to you all. Could you imagine a world where small-scale enterprises operate digitally? My name is Komas Marianita, together with my fellow team, and we are the fiscal minds from the finance industry. And here we bring to you the business track light. Over 67.7% of small-scale enterprises, its failure has been by poor financial management and weak record keeping. And over 70% of these small-scale enterprises lack proper bookkeeping, and over 60% of shop owners have inaccurate recording transactions. So as the business track light, we have come up with an urgent, simple, and affordable solution that can help this poor record keeping in small-scale enterprises.
Our solution is a mobile app application. This mobile app application is basically designed for a low-level environment.
So we plan to make money in subscriptions. We have 3 categories of subscribers. We shall have the free users who will be restricted to a few features. Then we also have the pro users who will be subscribing at 10,000 monthly. Then we shall also have premium users who will subscribe at 50,000 monthly, and they will be able to access multiple features compared to the other categories.
We as the fiscal minds, we do believe that there are other existing apps that hope to solve the same problem. But here comes the app which is called a Biz Tech Lite. This app helps the businesses to scan. One of the features that is unique about us, it is smart scanning. They use the OCR, which is the optical character recognition, to scan the different receipts and hope to translate from the images. They read the images and transfer the data into text, by which the apps automatically generates the financial reports into visible data. For example, the cash books, the income statement. That is unique about us is a 15-second entry. The app operates in 15 seconds. It is going to help you enter data in not more than 15 seconds. In that you just scan the receipt. It's basically going to scan the receipt. It basically scans the receipt. All you need is just to enter the sale and the expense. Everything is done automatically. And another feature is that our app works automatically offline. Our app is an offline app, which is also considering the people who are in unreliable areas with low internet. Thank you.
Which is more of a skills gap where people need to be trained to be better at how to manage incoming and outgoing money. So the question basically comes down to, do you really believe that your software is going to answer or to solve the problem? Apart from that, not really a question, I think more of a compliment. I think your target markets, the low-level environment, and especially the USP, keep it simple and the no internet connection. I think you have really thought about your solution really well, and this is a very good example of focusing on a specific persona that you have really put effort into understanding. So congratulations on that one.
Yeah, mine is also a comment. I like the fact that because most of these small business owners, some of them are not so much educated with the typing computers. So when you started, I was waiting to catch you where you're saying, it will be used on a computer, they type in information, but the issue of scanning the receipts, because most of them have receipts where they write, that's perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Tim, for the nice presentation. One is that you need to plan to move your solution to be completely digital. Okay? You can scan for now because you need to track, entered, so that you can do analytics, blah, blah, but ensure that it becomes completely digital. It will not make sense to me to use your application and keep writing receipts at the same time. Yeah. Then the other thing is, I like the offline future, huh? But how are you dealing with data security in case someone's phone is stolen? How are you going to do backups for this information? Okay, offline is good, but how are you doing the backups? Yeah.
Just one question, sorry, I had forgotten about that. Under your revenue streams, can you tell me more about the freemium model and how this will bring money to you?
All right, thank you everyone. To start with, you said in the part of the problem that we do have, okay, that do fail because of poor record keeping is one of the key characteristics that help businesses to move forward. That's why we are not giving it 100%. We are giving it a 60 to 80%. Most of them are lying there. So it means it is not basically the right problem that makes the businesses fail. There are other factors that will make the businesses fail, but not basically the
subscription. Hence doing what? Hence the freemium model, bring us more money.
Time is also for the judges.
Yeah, mine is a piece of advice. Who has IT background on the team? Anyone with IT background? Yeah. Because for data loss, if I'm a business person and I lose my data, that will be fatal. Okay? So ensure that even if the app is working offline, in case it comes online, find ways of backing up that information for the client. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm not going to give you the mic again. Give it up to the physical minds. Well done.
Students in these schools. So today, Team Apex brings you what I would call a solution on. So Educate is an enterprise that is what I would call a solution on. So Educate is an enterprise that is here to sell and to hire out project kits to schools. These project kits are designed based on the new curriculum syllabus, tailored to make sure that these projects actually match what the curriculum wishes to build. So, what is unique about us? I will start small, convenient. You don't have to go around buying small pieces, bits of equipment, when we can offer you a kit that has everything you need, based on just one kit. Option of hiring, like it says, we can hire off to schools that are of low income. Then lastly, affordable. Yes, you'll see it's very cost friendly. And then how to make money. This business is business to government, business to consumer. Consumers are schools. We sell, we hire. To the government of Uganda, maybe it can buy from us and give off to USE. Also to non-profit organizations like Save the Child Uganda. Then, our canvas. Basically, I've really talked about everything, maybe the costs. So we are looking at a product that will cost us just 4 kits, 370, and revenue giving us 520. So yes, there's potential. What are our channels? Retail outlets. We have regional, maybe we can have regional agents. Then also marketing digital. So then customer segments we focus on, for now we focus on secondary schools that look for an affordable solution. And key partners with secondary schools, NGOs, government and other partners. And this is the team that wishes to make this happen. Thank you for listening.
No more presentations, right? Well done. Oh my God.
Thank you very much. I like the presentation a lot. Maybe one thing, and you have to apologize myself for pointing out such a detail, but I noticed it in another group as well. You hire a person, but you rent equipment, right? So when you speak about your equipment, talk about renting it out. Otherwise, it's going to be very confusing to investors or to business people. Do you understand? So when I hire you, I hire a person. But when I rent a pack, yes, exactly. But apologies for that, it's just a grammar thing. Apart from that, I have just a question on costs and on the statistic again. I think the statistic thing is exactly the same as before. Very strong statistic, but I have difficulty believing that your solution will significantly improve the success rate of the students. So I was looking for a bit more of a proof point. I am not in education myself, so I need you to convince me that when we give a student this kit, that the failure rate goes from 50% to maybe 25. So that is something I lacked convincing of. And then on the costs, just a practical thing, I was wondering if you rent out the equipment. I imagine, just a second, so I imagine the school will maybe rent a few of these kits at a time. Uganda is a very big and beautiful country. How are you going to get the kits there, and how are you will you make sure you make money when you have to drive these kits around the country?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that good idea. My questions are somehow related to what the questions that he has asked you. I'm thinking about the wear and tear. Like, you rent to my school, they use, break some, destroy some, because in the lab you don't know what happens there. Remember, you bought at the same price that these other schools that can afford have bought from whoever supplier. So how are you catering for the wear and tear? How are you, and also who are your target market? A school in my local village that cannot afford a lab, will it afford adding that extra cost for your wear and tear and transport to my school? You understand? So have you thought about all that? And also, did you find out why they cannot afford to have the kits in their schools, to have the labs and these labs equipped with everything that is solution to your problem, your students will use, and then they will perform better? You understand? It's a good idea. The problem is there. But have you tried to think about what we have asked you here?
Our kit with money. Our kit with money. Soda. Soda.
Time, we are trying to manage time. Apex, time, we are trying to manage time. Apex, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm looking for a robotics kit. I've been looking for it all. I'm looking for a robotics kit. I've been looking for it all over the place. So I think I'll be over the place. So I think I'll be coming to you. Thank you so much. Coming to you. Thank you so much. Echo Minds, the Echo Minds, there was a gap you didn't present. There was a gap you didn't present. I hope everything is good. You have only 5 minutes. So as the judges get back, please make sure you set up.
We work with the community to collect the rubbish, the plastics, and then we recycle those same to collect the rubbish, the plastics, and then we recycle those same plastic rubbish, the plastics, and then we recycle those same plastics and we use them to make eco bricks, which eco bricks we can use to make drain covers. So our solution, we involve the community. We make the eco bricks, and then we use those same eco bricks to go back to the drainage system to find solutions for the blocked drainage systems. Then why is our idea better than the existing solutions? So our idea is a whole system. You can see it doesn't focus on only a certain part of the eco bricks. It starts with the collecting, so to reduce the plastic waste that is in the environment.
And then we use those plastics that we have collected to make these eco bricks, and the eco bricks are still taken back to the communities to make drainage covers and improve drainage systems. Yes. How are we going to make money from this idea? So, first and foremost, there is selling of the bricks, but then there is also offering a full, there is the selling of the eco bricks, then there is also the full package. I was talking about the cleaning and collecting of the plastics, and then the recycling, and we are also hoping to get contracts from the from environmental groups who are interested in this project.
Pass and even step on them and they continue it. And also too, have you tried to find out why those drainage systems are getting the kasasiro, the rubbish plus the plastic? Because it's not only the plastic that gets into. You'll go pick the plastic, but how about the other rubbish that remains? So I am thinking you need to go back to the problem and redefine it well. Where is your focus? Are you focusing on construction materials that are not good, so you're coming up with better? Are you focusing on draining, making sure that the drainage systems are cleaned and not clogged with other rubbish, not only bottles? What are you focusing on? Are we together? Thank you.
Thank you. To answer your question, one, this man asked, are we only focusing about plastics? As our problem, trying to go into the trenches, pick those wastes, then instead of being there, we separate them, the rubbish, the non-biodegradable and the biodegradable. Then the non-biodegradable, we came to find out that the plastics are taking a higher percentage in those non-biodegradable. So we can use those non-biodegradable and recycle them into something productive. Those are the eco bricks. In making eco bricks, it's like an experiment. It's a process. You pick those plastics, wash them, shred them, cut them into smaller pieces, melt them, put them in molds, then dry them, and you produce bricks. That's the system we're going to. Then on the question of community engagement, this man was asking, are we going to pay people? So as our initiative, we are looking at plastics as the main cause of the drainage blockage systems. So we want to put these incentives. We maybe inform the community that if you dispose your plastics very well, we can come and give you some little money, then for us we recycle the plastics. That's how we can stop those people from, and at least they get engaged. Ugandans, when you put in some money, they will comply and give you the plastics.
Maybe a follow-up question. Why ask the first question? Now when you're constructing, you have cement mixed with sand, and then the brick has to bind with the what?
Yeah.
Cement.
Yeah.
Now plastic is bind with cement.
Yeah. Actually, you cannot do plastic only. We have to mix it with sand and cement for it.
So you need to do additional research.
Yeah.
Yes, I still believe your problem is not the problem you're focusing on. Please redefine your problem, because recently, like I think it was 3 weeks ago, there was another project I was involved in, and we had to have community interviews. It's a community that is facing the same problem here in Barara. We had the chairperson in that meeting and other community members. And when we asked them about the same question, issue of why their drainage systems are clogged, one person told us, we don't know where it comes from, but it's the chairperson who always comes and digs and makes sure they are out. Nobody wants to get involved in that cleaning.
Thank you so much. To answer your question, you asked. All right, thank you.
When we see the timer, we are timing the judges. Sorry for being rude. Thank you so much for the feedback. Can I get the upside downs? Upside down, you have 5 minutes, 20 seconds to set up. Who is holding this mic?
We are going to choose our person. Okay. Good afternoon. On my way, when I was coming here in the morning, I met a shower at my neighbor's gate. He's the security guard that replaced Tumwine, who was arrested last month when my neighbor was robbed. They stole 2 computers, all the smart gadgets that were in the house, and a few other items, but the total loss amounted up to like over 10 million. And Tumwine was the one that was arrested, honestly. Then, Yeah, Tumwine was the one that was arrested, and he's still in prison up to now. The report said there were 5 armed robbers that attacked him that time, but they have not yet been identified to this date. And Tumwine himself claims that when he tried to fight them, they overpowered him and subdued him as they stole the things, and he had nothing to do. This is just one of the cases that happen all over Uganda. Theft and robbery is the highest crime in Uganda, and it accounts for 28% of the crime rate in Uganda. That is about 61,529 cases annually that are reported that theft cases that are reported. And in some extreme cases, you might find that Tumwine is one of the lucky ones, where you find at least he managed to live with his life. Where at least he managed to live with his life and was only imprisoned. Recently, there was the Nyakayo murder, where 2 guards, Togume Herbert and Igda Budala, who are 22 years old, were murdered before the thieves proceeded to break into the offices and steal the things. And even just recently, I think in January or December, there was a robbery where there was a theft where they took 28 million shillings and they killed 1 guard in the process. So the theft is usually the end of a security guard's career, but that's where we come in. What if these security guards had a way of calling for backup? What if there was someone looking out, and in case someone attacked these security guards, they were able to come and save them in time and stop the robbery? There are many solutions out in the market, yes, but there is one thing that they fail to solve. There are cameras, yes, but they watch so they get the thieves who have already done it. What if there was a way to prevent that calamity from happening? So where Obukumi Alert come in, where we bring in a system that alerts the others of danger, and they immediately come to help the security guard when they're in the time of need, not waiting to just treat the results. Help is only a button away. So the key benefits of Komi Alert is that there is faster response time to emergency theft
incidents, and the clients, at least they are sure their property is safe. Services like the monthly maintenance fees that we always come and record your things, and then there are also subscription for those messages that always come. Then our pricing strategy, we plan to start into the market with a lower price and then keep increasing the price based on the value that we are giving. Next. Sorry. So our security firms, our target customers are security firms, residential owners, and we aim to control the security. So this is our business model canvas, but I'll let Wo take over and show you the prototype.
So we create a prototype. We create a prototype, a mobile application. So we create a mobile application. You can see it here. So we have two ads, one on the top and one on the bottom. So we get some revenue from the ads. And then we have this big emergency button for when the robbery happens. So you can look and someone of you can press the button. Now in the screen you see on the left side that security guard 1 is in distress. And then we will make it like on the right side in WhatsApp. You get the location of the security guard and that he's in distress. And then someone else can say they're coming by using a program like, say, I'm 2 minutes away, and they can reply really fast on the message that the security guard knows, okay, someone is coming, I get back up.
Okay, judges.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you so much. No questions? Judges.
A lot of questions. First of all, I love the demonstration. It really makes it easy to understand practically how this will work. This is a very niche product, I would say, very simple, very tailored to a specific target market. So my main question is going to be, will it be effective? And I think to answer that question, I mean, there's a few sub-questions. Like, if you press the button, is anyone going to come? Like, are they going to be convinced to come? Also, the price you set, I am not so familiar with the following, and that is, how many security guards have you talked to, shown this to already, and have you asked them, are you willing to pay this amount of money for it? If the answer is yes for a large percentage of a large number of those guards, then I think you are onto something really, really good.
Maybe I need someone to remind me who your target market is. Are you looking at, I think somewhere you mentioned homesteads, like people who have houses. Have you put into consideration people who are using security guards that are not from companies? Like, I hire someone to stay at my gate. We sign a contract, they don't have any guns, they just have a stick to use to chase people or fight people. Are you looking at, okay, from what you explained, I'm thinking the best would be like institutions where you have one security company that is working in an institution like MUST, same campus, Humro campus, maybe town campus, and then they have a centralized system. How do we communicate to each other? But homesteads, I'm not sure, maybe if it's from the company. And also, when you started explaining the problem, I was looking at this security guard who is arrested because people broke into someone's house where they are working. Is it going to save them from being arrested? What if I just make one phone call, like I alert only one person? Does that stop me from being arrested, being told that I'm the one who connected the thieves to this house or to this bank? But it's a very beautiful innovation. I'm just trying to make sense out of it and make it, see how it would work if I hire that person and then I'm using the application. And also, who is going to pay? Is it the company or me who has hired? And how much? If I'm paying this security guard that is from a company, I'm paying 200,000 per month. Is that cost going to be on me, or it's going to be on the company that I signed a contract with?
Yeah, thank you, team. Good innovation. I thought that you spent a lot of time on storytelling. You can always focus on one story and move with it, and then link it to the problem that you're trying to address. Now, the second thing is related to how your device is working. You've showed us a demo, but where does the data connect to? On the receiving end, who receives that information? For them to be in position to come and help the security guard. Okay? Yeah, I think those are my two questions. I just want to know who's notified to come and help. And like Peter said, is that person going to come and help?
Just one additional question. Is it only used on smartphones, or it can be used on our button phones? Because some security guards don't have smartphones. If it's on smartphones, who is going to cater for the cost of buying a phone to give to this security guard? Those are some of the things that you can also think about. You may not have to answer, but think about when it comes to using it, what are the costs involved, who is the user, and how do we enable each and every user? Because you can hire people, but some cannot afford a smartphone. You hire like 10 people in a company, 2 people cannot afford a smartphone. Does it mean that they will not use this in your company?
Thank you. I'll begin with the last one because it's the most crucial. For now, because we had limited time, we could only work with a prototype of a smartphone. But Walt said he knows how to make the physical system, like using a button. So the button just needs to be connected somewhere. And then when the security guard presses it, it alerts the people it should alert. Then what we were thinking of is there will be a receiver at the other end of the system. Either it could be the homeowners or fellow guards, depending on how the homestead is being established. We are leaving that open. We shall just put receiving ends on the other side, so that when they press, then those guys are sure to come and help. Yeah. Then sorry, our target market. Yeah, let me. Our target market, we're seeing the the progressive managers, of these people who are already making home security systems, and then they just integrate our system as part of their solutions, and they just give us a small dividend. And the other people are homeowners, especially in Nyamitanga and Kakova, where there has been a lot of robberies, and for the homeowners, actually, you find you just have to buy one system. Even if you bring in your guard, you can be having your boys or man in the house, and when the thief comes, he just alerts, and they are aware that there is danger impending. And the general customers, there were the commercial buildings and other security firms that will pick on as our product gains traction. And then the late adopters were also looking again at residential buildings, because some homes might be fast on the uptake because they really have an urgent need, but some homes may resist. So yeah, that is our target customer. Yeah.
Give it up for the upside down. You know, there are so many boys that actually get killed every single day, the ones of the border guys. He asked the question of, are the Askaris willing to come and help the other person? And I was just thinking, for scalability, can't you scale this solution beyond the security men to another group or another audience? Well done, thank you very much. Can we welcome the travelers? The travelers, you have exactly 5 minutes. 20 seconds to set up. Who is holding this mic? Whose mic is it?
Good afternoon. Last week there was a Russian family. It went in a restaurant. They were really eager to try some new stuff. And you know, children and the tourists usually like something new in a different country. So children were like, I want to try this Ugandan food. This chapati, I want it. This katogo, what's katogo? And they really said they wanted to. But on their surprise, something came in front. They didn't know what it was. Things they were unfamiliar with. They said, what's this? They were really confused. The children were really confused. They said, Mom or Dad, what's this really? I'm not understanding. So imagine you're the hotel owner. So we are the travelers. I'm Akamkwe Arnold, and we are talking about tourism. Our problem is tourists don't understand what we want, our local food is, and they are really confused because they don't know the ingredients, they don't know what. And the statistics say from Science Direct, 70% really are confused, they don't know what it is. 10% they want to try, but they are scared of being poisoned. Food poisoning is really a disturbing thing from people from the outside countries, unlike Uganda.
All right. Our solution is we are offering redesigning these menus. Currently, we know that when you go to a hotel or restaurant, the menu is going to have katogo. The tourist doesn't know what katogo is. Some of these people are scared. They don't know what katogo is, and they'll be like, they'll be afraid to ask. And they'll be like, you bring me this. And the person will just bring, and when they're eating, they'll be like, this is not good. And of course, they're going to leave for you a bad review. And we see that to these people, reviews play a very big role in their society. So the other thing we are going to do is provide QR code-based systems on the menus where they can scan, and this QR code is going to open something like a portal or a website that is going to have the meal, it's going to have the ingredients of the meal and everything that is going to be in a meal. This will help them to easily make a decision and say, I want this food, I want this, and I want this. Next slide. The value proposition. We know that we know that one of the things these people, the whites or the tourists like, is the experience. What we can offer them as Mbarara, we see that we don't have the gift of having good tourist attractions, so they normally pass through, and we offer them the experience. The income channels, we are a consultancy. We are in a consultancy business, and this is how we are going to earn. We are going to, through the content creation, food workshops. For the food workshops and open cookings, we interviewed one of the managers at Rizzi View Hotel, and they were like, one time when these tourists came, they decided to do open cooking, so that they can get involved and they love what they are eating and they easily enjoy it. Next slide. This is the lean canvas model, and directly these are our channels, how we are going to be earning through these channels. Next slide. The hotels. These are the hotels, and if we go back up the other side, we had some of the bad reviews that we got from hotels like Palace Hotel, the Palace Hotel, and we also got reviews from the hotel that is called Lakeview Resort. So this shows that this is pure dissatisfaction with these people, and yes, this is our team, and maybe someone to supplement.
And before we forget, we also made an app that will contain the QR codes, and let me show the judges, please. I wanted to cast to the TV, but it's not available. Bambi, our app is this. So we were trying to do this, where everything is there. We can say, show them information about us, and they really love the thing because they have to know what they really want, and also.
Showing them the services we are offering about our business, like consultancy.
And if you want any review, you can scroll down and see these are our reviews. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Well done, well done. When you started presenting, what was ringing in my mind was Uganda has multiple dishes. When you come to southwestern Uganda, we have like thousands of dishes. If you go to central, you have their delicacies as well. Northern Uganda has its delicacies. And so how are you incorporating all that? When you continued presenting, I was wondering, are users going to create these menus themselves so that you can be in position to scale? Is it structured that way so that you're just providing a system that helps people to create, or restaurants to create their own menus, and then the rest of the users, the travelers that visit, can actually access those menus? And then I want to know what you're selling exactly. What is the client buying?
Yeah, I also wanted to know, how are you making money? What then you talked about the tourists getting into the kitchen to cook. Is that something that can be done here, practical, in our restaurants, in our hotels? And when they cook, do they reduce on the price of the money or the food for them? Or they are just earning the experience, like getting involved? Yeah, and now without tourists, how do you make the money? Without people, because not all the time these hotels have tourists come around. Without the tourists, aren't you kicked out of business? And then who pays? Is it the hotel or the tourist? And before they come to the hotel, so many questions, maybe my colleague. Like, I'm wondering how you're going to survive in this business if they don't come. And are you charging the tourists or you're charging the hotel owners? Who is your user? Who is paying also for the user, and then the customer who is paying for this product, and how much?
Maybe to add to that, you have a very clear picture of the problem. It helps, I think, that you have a few people in your team that also experienced the problem, probably. I think that is always something that really validates whether there is indeed a need or a pain. To put yourself in the shoes of the customer, if you literally are a customer, I think that's a great proof point. In terms of the business itself, we already asked questions about how are you going to make money. I also saw you have a wide range of services. I'm not so much concerned about how are you going to make money. To me, it's pretty clear you can charge if you give good advice and you really can see the return in the menu, and then the tourists, maybe they leave a good review. It's already very well established that great reviews are a good way to increase the number of tourists in your restaurant or in your hotel. So if that is your niche market, it makes sense to me. My question maybe would be, in that range of services that you are intending to offer, and in that market of restaurants, hotels across Uganda, how are you going to start again? So are you going to pick those 4 restaurants that you already have mentioned, that you spoke to, and are you going to do one case with them where you actually charge money? Is that the way to start? Or in your opinion, how will you prove that this is a market that is ready for scale? Does that make sense?
Thank you.
So to answer your questions, I think one at a time, or as best as I can. So you saw that like tourism is a big part of Ugandan economy. Tourists come here, but you also see that Uganda is not a destination like South Africa or Australia or something that a lot of tourists come to. So when we talked to the hotels, the restaurants, we saw that, for example, if you go to South Africa, where a lot of tourists are, you have a lot of range of options. You have a lot of explanation because tourists come there more often than they would to Uganda. Or the food here is more traditional, is more still traditional, as in another country it will be more already changed for tourists a bit. But we're not asking that, we're not asking to change the food, we're asking, so the problem I'm talking about here is we're trying to open up this market so that tourists would be more likely to come here, and when they are here, they would be more, they would be more satisfied more quickly than when they see the food. They don't know actually what they're eating, and they wouldn't even like to try it. So the thing that we would be doing is we would actually be helping companies have actually more satisfied customers, and for this reason customers would come back. For example, if we would come back home to Belgium and we said, oh, we had such a wonderful time in Uganda, this restaurant offered us all these things and we loved the food, tourists would more likely be coming to Uganda than, let's say, South Africa or Tanzania or another country. So what we actually would do is we would offer service, we would help them. So let's say the QR codes, the menus, the workshops, the tasting evenings would be just like the service that we offer, but we would offer them help. That's what actually we would do. Then again, to come up with the money, we are B2B, so we would maybe start with those 4 hotels. We would try and guide them how we can better their services for the tourists. So the hotels would pay us. The hotels pay us only. So of course the tourists pay the hotels pay us. Then we would pay the middleman, so the people that would organize those evenings, the people that would print the menus. We'd always be in discussion with the hotels. So then we get the money from the hotels, we take the commission. Of course, indirectly, we are always serving the tourists. The tourist needs to be satisfied. We need to know what the tourists want. What do they want on their, let's say on their plate? Would they actually be willing to try this? How can we make tourists, be happy with what we offer? Can we improve ourselves on that? So I think making the money is surely the hotels pay us, but if we want to scale this more on in Uganda itself, we need to know, okay, where is this an issue? Which hotels? Because of course Ugandan food is very traditional. I think for us, if we see it here, we came here and we saw the food and we thought, oh, what are we actually eating? And when we didn't know, we had no idea. I've heard of Rennie actually had a conversation yesterday that he said, oh, when I'm in Europe, I'm always confused about the food because you don't know what it is, you don't know what it contains. So, okay, so that's it actually. I hope I answered your questions.
Another flowers for the travelers. All right, we have one team that is standing between us and the food. Meti, you have 5 minutes, 20 seconds to set up. Who is holding this mic? Dr. Manasseh, and this the team that is coming in. You're very, very welcome. You're right on time. This is the last team. Hello? Whose mic is this one? Please come and grab it.
You have yours. You want to use yours?
So is the casting system open or HDMI?
Imagine this. You've traveled for hours to care for your loved one. But on reaching the hospital, they are given a bed and admitted, and you are given a floor. Patients are planned in our hospitals, while caretakers are left at the mercy of their survival skills.
So sad, so sad. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aaron Taliambiri. I'm a fourth year medical student, and we are MedT. So every day, millions of people are admitted in hospitals worldwide. And in our setting, Uganda, about 9,800 patients are admitted every day. Now, in our setting at Mbara General Referral Hospital, about 80 to 85 patients are admitted on a daily, and each of these patients is accompanied by a caretaker. Now, the ideal setting, a patient is given a bed and a mattress, and at the same time, the caretaker is left on the floor. He's not given any resting facility. Now, what does this cause to the caretaker? Imagine you've come to care for a patient, and really they're making you to sleep on the floor. What do these caretakers do? Most of them here, if you've noticed, they sleep on mats, mattresses, and for the first time, that brings overcrowding. If you see that space, the mattress actually covers so much space, including the mat. And these mats actually go for about 15,000 things, which is very expensive. A mattress alone, see them going to buy a mattress of up to 60,000. And remember, you've come to limit the expenses you're having in the hospital. So there is overcrowding, there is an infection, and at the same time, there's loss of dignity. I personally am a medical student. In my clinical rotation, I went to actually examine a mother. So when I went to do the examination, I saw her on a mat and she was like, "Hey, you can step on the mat." It was a rainy day. I stepped on a mat with my stockings. Now, what if they had an infection? No, I need no pointing there. I would actually get such an issue. Now, this brings us to our solution. We bring to you MobiBed. Well, what is MobiBed? It's actually just a foldable, portable, and a very, as you can see you can carry it, it's lightweight, and it's actually off the ground, yeah? And it's designed for the caretaker so that you can be close to your patient. And now I think you're wondering, okay, this is not a charity, yeah? How is it different from the mats? It's off the ground, yes? And if you can see, it's affordable, as we are going to give you. How is it affordable? I know you're wondering, yeah? And yeah, my colleague will actually give you more on that. Thank you.
Money, money, money. How do we make the money? We have witnessed that currently people are buying mats which cost 15,000 or mattresses which go for over 50,000. And our product is going to be offered at higher deal or rent deal. And this is something we are going to be renting out to the caretakers at 2,000 per day, and the average days they spend in the hospitals is 4 days, and we shall be offering actually discount for those who will be staying more than 5 days. So 4 days times 2,000, that's 8,000. Wow, less than 15K and less than the 50,000. Oh, our product is marketable. Then we are also going to be establishing other branches nearby, other hospital premises, where we can use the power of leverage and we employ other people. They also sell our product nearby other hospital premises so that we can scale up our product and earn more. Then about our lean canvas model, most of the things are already there. Maybe about like our early buyers, we have the caretakers, and that's our main target customer. And then we also have key partners like suppliers of the raw materials to use our bed to make our beds, which we've already prototyped. And we shall also use other channels like local social media platforms to advertise. Also use other methods which are highlighted here. And we at MedTech, we say that our product shall really sell because we have engineered it with recognition to the real challenge on the ground and fit for the purpose of the reality in our hospital setting. At MedTech, we say, rest well,
care well. And this is our quality. We assure that we shall offer a good product.
Give it up for the Moby bed. Mentors?
Okay, Moby bed, thank you so much. The problem is a huge problem. I'm still wondering who you're developing this for. Is it for our government hospitals? At Mbara Regional Referral Hospital, admission, the wards, what is the bed capacity? What's the bed capacity? You're a medical doctor, you're a medical student. What is the space? And you find some caretakers are sleeping under the bed of the patient. They've put a mattress and pushed themselves there. They've pushed their luggage, the containers, everything under the bed. And in between this space, there's someone who has come to visit. There's someone who has come with a baby and they are caretakers. It is that squeezed space between this, and that's where they have to. So when you guys come to do your ward rounds, they move out. That's why they tell them, please, caretakers, can you go out? We need one person. Am I right or not? We need one person, or we don't need anyone, because you need the space. Where are you going to put these beds? Already we are struggling with space, the mattress. Actually, when they see you getting out with a mattress, they will ask you, where are you getting this mattress from? They don't allow, I think. I am not a medical doctor, I don't work, but I usually go there because of our projects and the work we do. They will say no mattress in the hospital. You have to either sleep on the mat, and we have seen tents put outside. In our regional referral hospitals, people are sleeping outside in a tent. So where are you going to put the beds?
Yeah, I also think this is a very good innovation. I've worked in hospitals, I think, for the last 8 years. I've spent most of my work there, in Tanzania, in South Sudan, in Uganda, and the problem is there. Yeah, the problem is the same. But like Nuriat has said, what's the size of your bed? Yeah, but you need to do research on the amount of room that is in these wards that you're going to deploy these beds in. So that you see the actual size that you need to fabricate. That will not compromise the space for the medical workers that come to do the ward rounds. I love the fact that your innovation is very scalable. You can sell it here, it can expand to other regions within sub-Saharan Africa. So well done.
Yeah. No, I would say that bed is good. If I were you, I would go for like a mattress, maybe, because a mattress people can share. Like I put my head, caretakers, I just sleep, put my head, and another one also puts the head. Because one bed might carry only one person. Think about it. It's a very good idea, but we need to look at what is in our hospitals and what is applicable to our setup. In Ugandan hospitals, public, we are not talking about private. If I go to a private hospital, they give me a whole room with a caretaker's bed, with where to wash utensils and everything, because I can manage to pay. But someone who cannot manage to pay, that is the person who is going to pay, to pay for your solution. Are we together? Yeah.
Yes, I think you have a channel challenge, right? You are trying to sell to the patients, but you are directly invading into the hospital's area, right? So I would also recommend you to really target and speak with the hospital itself. I think what was already mentioned by my fellow judges speaks to a lot of value. If the hospital will not agree even to have your type of bed there, or if there is no space for that, are you really solving the problem? And are you able to leave out their involvement into solving that problem? Not just into agreeing them agreeing and endorsing your solution, but also in maybe using them as a distribution channel. So you don't have to individually go and stand outside every hospital in the country, but that you can just send them the beds, for example, or send them whatever your ideal solution will be in the end, and let them do the selling for you. So that, I think, is something very important that you might have overlooked here. I think it would be great for a proof of concept to go stand outside one hospital and try this, see if there's a willingness to pay, whether it solves the solution or whether you learn very rapidly there's actually no space for our beds either. But if you want to scale it, I think especially on your business model canvas, there's only one channel that's going to matter, and it's the hospital in capital letters.
Is there anything you need to respond to? Okay.
Yes, thank you. Maybe to address some of the problems you are talking about. In the normal setup, at the referral, when you bring a patient, you are just at one caretaker, and the caretaker handles the space next to the patient. So our bed, we are calculating the small space, so that in the evening, when time comes, you have nothing to put, you just prepare your bed, sleep. In the morning, when the doctors come, you just fold your bed to the side of the wall, or you move out with it, then we remove that congestion. Or sometimes there are scenarios where the beds are done and you have a patient is forced to go on the ground. Maybe perhaps now we are caring for the caretaker, now we can take advantage of the patient. Instead of going to the ground, the patient can go on the bed, this mobile bed. Meanwhile. Yes, on top it has, you can. And another thing we are putting in consideration, it is easy to clean. It is hydrophobic, so that because in the morning the hospital has to be clean. That's why we are getting overcrowding. Every person has to move out everything they had down the bed. But if they are using this, just for the small beds, move out with them, creating space, easy to clean, reducing the congestion we are talking about. Yeah.
Something you'd really love to know. Now, in reality, if we are to start, imagine you tell us start tomorrow. So we start with like 10 beds, yeah? So with these 10 beds, really you'd see and go and look for feedback maybe after a week. How are these beds really improving the overcrowding? And if you see there is demand for more of these particular beds, we'd be able to scale up and then we go bigger. But as you've said, the hospital is really something to consider. Thank you very much.
If the hospital ever fails to buy these beds, guess what? You know where we go for funeral rites? When she was talking about the cultures, our culture of the funeral rites, when the dead, before we bury that night, we all have to sleep there. So we sleep under the tree. And you know how uncomfortable it gets. Moby beds comes in handy and everybody gets a bed. You know we sleep in church. For those of you who sleep in church for, how they call that? Overnight. At exactly midnight, the sleep starts coming in. You call Moby beds. We'll be there. Thank you so much. I think it's a very good proposal. Thank you, everyone. I think you've done amazingly well. I'm going to let the judges step out. You're going to go to Martin. This is supposed to be your office. Where are you taking these people? Can I suggest we go to the mosque? Okay, so can we give rain to the judges? More rain, more rain, more rain and thunder. Thank you so much. We hope to see you in the next few minutes. I want to invite the Dean and Professor Liz. Please come forward. Professor Martins, Theis, you come forward. We are going to get our certificates. But before the certificates come in, we want to present the awards for those who actually performed amazingly well during the 50K challenge. Miriam, Keisha, can we get that list? Okay, as Keisha. As Keisha is organizing that list, maybe we can get up. Just stand up. Let's shake it up a little bit. Up. We've been sitting forever. Let's shake it down. We are going to count from 5. You say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake the next hand. 5, 3, 2. Shake the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. The next one. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. 4, 3, 2. Again. 4, 3, 2. Shake the leg. 4, 3, 2. Again. 4. Okay. 3. Uh-huh. Shake the leg. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. 2. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. 1. Uh-huh. Keisha should be here. Thank you very much. You can have a seat. All right, it seems Keisha and Miriam are still looking for the list. Maybe we can give out the certificates.
So as we wait for the certificates, members, attention. I want to appreciate the big numbers that we have maintained in this boot camp. This is the first boot camp that has consistently maintained its member turnout every day up to the last day. So this is the team that is making a testimony about what is happening in boot camps at MUST. And therefore, I want to thank you all for the team participation. I want also to appreciate the uniqueness of the pitching I've found. It is the first time at MUST to see that highly developed pitching. I've seen the slides. I think we need to thank Lisa. I don't know who guided in this development, but Lisa, if you are the one, thank you very much. You have put us at another notch. I'm eagerly waiting for the envelopes. They have come for the awards? Yes. So let's digress into the function of closure. And in this function, we are expecting the director of CITT to come here, and we'll be officially closing this. But as we wait for his coming, we are proceeding to recognize the awards. I want to request my colleague to lead the process of the awards. I think we are starting with the awards of the 50K challenge.
Okay, we start with the second runner-up. So that's in fact the third place. And I cannot read it. And that is, this award goes to Creticore. You can come in front. So I will give it to the ladies. Here you go. Photo, of course.
And maybe the team leader can say just one word about what you did.
Who was the team leader?
Be as brief as possible.
Okay, thank you so much. Our team, it was all about value proposition, like adding value to a product. We were selling something that was already in market, that was bottled water, but we had to add in value by selling waffles. Those are biscuits from Belgium that were provided with our friend Anthony, and I can say it was really a successful one. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay.
Okay, the first runner-up, so the second place goes to Brainwave.
Who was the team? The manager. Here you go. You can say something.
Hello everyone. We are happy for having won this, and we were adding value to ground nuts where we processed them and packaged them, and we had to sell B2B, selling to other businesses due to the limited time we had, so that they can also resell on our behalf and make profit. And we had to make a great deal of profits that day from the 50K. And we learned that with the limited capital, what is always important is the idea. If you have the right idea, capital is not always the challenge.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay. And the winners of the 50K challenge are Team BU. Congratulations. Who's going? Who was the team lead? Who was the team lead? Who's going to talk? Yeah.
Hello everyone. We are Team BU and our project was making Belgium pancakes. So, we learned that making a new product, okay, it doesn't matter if you're bringing something new on market, it's all about how you present it and how you market your product.
Okay, so you can receive the gift prize.
Congratulations.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at the UCOBS bootcamps, everyone is a winner. Everyone is a winner. Either you are in the waiting or you have won now. So now I want us now to start giving the certificates. We are giving out now the certificates to all the participants. And in this, I want also to invite Duncan to march forward on behalf of Renjeru. Annalise, we want you in front. Annalise, we want you in front to participate in the award of the certificates. These certificates are going to be read out by Dr. Sarah, and then Annalise, you will be receiving them and award and give a handshake to the speech will come at the end. The speech will come at the end. The speech will come at the end, okay? Over to you.
Thank you. Muyinza Julius Caesar. Muyinza Julius Caesar. I think I should stand here so that I can give it. Okay. You're going to move this side. Make sure you're passing here for the. They start from here and then they get out from there. Atwaire Edwin, start marching. Atwaire Edwin, atugabire Madrin. Namulia Shadia. Namulia Shadia. Ahimbisiwe Derek. Ahimbisiwe Derek. Tuliambire Aaron. Tuliambire Aaron. Damukama Diana. Aaron there. Chaze Mujib. Chaze. Damukama Diana. Anthony Plack. Okay.
Plunkett.
Okay. Diana. Mugabire Mugabire Cyrus. Aturinda Morris. Aturinda Make Your Way. Nasazi Sylvia. Chisutu Richard, you've been line. What is your name? Morris. Chisutu? You're Morris. Nasazi Sylvia. Sylvia. Read for me this.
Wout de Vriese.
Batamuliza Nakato Faith. Atkwatira Fadida. You are? Fadida. Akasasira Bethias. Zita.
Zita Dana.
Zita Dana.
Fleur Krevits. Maud Titeka.
Nahurira Halod. Nahurira. Emma Bays. Brice. Akatukwasa Sabiti. Komazi Marianita. Ajuna Francis. Ajuna, you should be on the way. That is Xavier Paul Muchibi. Natkunda Mary Rita. Nakate Agatha. Nakate Agatha. Asimile Rita. Namsoboka Nelson. Ainavyo Naloben. You are?
Nelson? Yeah. Rita. Yeah. Rita. Okay.
Lauben. Twebaze Barnabas. Owokunda Simon. Kalumba Akram. Susan?
It's not a...
Okay. Susan Hipaing. Arina Jordan. Hipaing Susan. Yes. Jordan. Arinda. Muhanguzi Wilken.
Jordan?
Muhanguzi Wilkins. Ahwera Jonan. Wilken is not there. Ahereza Derek. Jordan. Derek. Ronette Ainembabazi. Akandinda Junior. Kemigisha Ruth. Please move. Kemigisha Ruth.
Evita Gebruurs.
Aliatujuka Aramanzani. Agava Alan. Muhanji Enoch. Kemigisha Kellen. You? Enoch. You? Aliatujuka, you there? Kemigisha Kellen.
Anne-Sophie van Heggen.
Muhumuza Elton. Twinom Gisha Conrad.
Chelsea Fortri.
Muhumuza Elton. Conrad. Chelsea. Akampwera Arnold. Arnold Akampwera. Birunja Anita. Birunja Anita.
It's me. It's me.
Oh. Anita, where are you? Okay. Okay, allow me present this to Professor Lise.
Thank you.
You can shake the hands of everyone. Prudence, Kemigisha, Prudence, if you're here. Erina, are you here? Nuwamanya Erina. Peter.
Pieter de Lare.
Akampura Sarah.
Annelies van Oost.
Nambagon Nuriat. Thais Martins. The camera is rolling. You need a photo. Kamganga Francis. Twina Masco Medat. Is Francis here? I don't think so. Baka Shavareni. Tumuimbisa Manase.
So who do I shake?
Everyone.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Keisha. Keisha. Aisha.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Kababita Miriam. Keisha. Miriam. And Sarah Navachwa. Let me receive it.
Oh, we forgot something.
Ze hebben misschien zelf haar naam niet doorgegeven. Dat is dat kan.
We forgot, guys.
Ja. Maybe check. Feel the name problem.
Those ones. Yeah, those ones.
Kyle.
Can you read them?
I think she didn't feel.
Weekends.
Are we done? I want to make an announcement. So in our next engagement, we are going to hear from the judges, and also at the same time, they will announce the winners who will also receive their awards. Over to you, the judges.
All right. Who still has a lot of energy? Who's ready for another presentation of 1 hour? Hey, some people still ready. Okay, so can I have absolute silence, please? Let's see how long that takes. All right, I will not announce the winners. I will leave that to someone much more important. Okay, here we go. So, when you're standing in front of a room like this with very annoying people who are always on TikTok and with an attention span of 2 minutes, how do you pull off giving a great presentation? I will focus on 2 aspects of what we saw here this morning. One is the presentation skills of the teams, and one is the business ideas that they presented. Let's start with the presentation. When you are dealing with an audience that is easily distracted, that is bored by listening to other people, when you have already given your presentation and you just want to go for lunch, then what you need to do as a speaker is first of all storytelling. And we saw with a few of the teams here, very good storytelling, right? When people, yes, and that deserves an applause. When you see a picture and hear a story of a little boy with cancer, it is impossible to ignore. When you hear about a problem of your loved one in the hospital and you not having a bed, that's very, very relatable. So, tell a story. Stories sell much more than statistics. Number 2, volume. We heard a lot of people speaking very quietly here. And I was lucky because I was here in front with the judges, but I imagine that some people in the back had a very hard time hearing what you had to say. You all spent a lot of work, a lot of time in preparing these presentations. They deserve to be heard. Be confident, speak up, speak out. And then number 3, I want everyone to raise their hand if you believe that you can save the world on your own. Who believes they can save the world on their own? A few people. In the presentations we saw that as well. You are a team. And we saw as the judges here, we saw that a lot of the times there was one person presenting, one person answering all the questions. Now we understand. We understand it is easy, especially in a bootcamp like this, to take up a lot of work, to say, I'm going to build the slides, I'm going to do the presentations, I'm going to answer all the questions. But one very important lesson, if you go out there and really want to build a business, you will not build a business in 1 week. And you will not build a business on your own in the next years. At some point, you're going to have to rely on the people around you. It's about trust, it's about collaboration. Now, it is very easy to build a presentation on your own, and probably it will be better, it will be more beautiful, and your presentation will be exactly as you want it. But if you really want to build something sustainable with impact, you will have to accept at some point that the people around you might not be as fast going forward as you. You might be a better runner, but keep in mind that someone else might have more energy in the long run, that someone else might have other skills that you need to rely on. If you run for a day, but you can't cook at all, you will need someone in the team who has that skill. Maybe a stupid example, but it's a very, very important lesson. I think maybe the most important one that I can share today. As an entrepreneur myself, I had the tendency to put everything in my own hands and I will do everything myself. But you will burn yourself out at some point. So keep in mind, people work at different paces, but if you want to go far, do it together. All right, business. Business, business. So we have 4 insights to share here. Number 1, we saw a lot of teams here that really understood and identified a key problem out there. And for that, we are very, very impressed, right? I think in 1 week, and probably we have to even neglect the first days because you were not yet working on this problem, it is amazing how in how much depth you have succeeded in understanding and defining a problem that is worth solving. I think all of the problems we saw here, they are worthy of your attention, your energy, and your focus. What we felt was a bit more lacking was in the solutions area. Sometimes we felt that you came up with a nice story, a good presentation, but it didn't really convince us that you already had found the solution to the problem you were tackling. So what we can give you as advice is to really dive in to your own solution, to really understand how can we prove that this will solve the problem that we decided to tackle, right? Spend more time on validating within the market, on trying things, on listening, on getting insights from the people you are trying to sell to, for example. Now, of course, it is hard to do in a bootcamp with limited time, but if you really want to build a business going forward, the solution part will have to be a lot stronger. And I think tying that to the statistics, some people showed statistics. Did you know, by the way, that 99% of the people in this room really love my haircut? It's very easy to give a statistic. But are you convinced? I don't think so. So that is also what we sometimes were lacking. If you give a statistic, first of all, make us believe it. Where is it coming from? Do you have a study? Did you make this up? Is it ChatGPT? I want to know, or I'm not going to trust it. Number two, if you give a statistic, make sure you also prove that it's relevant to your solution, right? If you give a statistic that a lot of children are failing in high school, you have a solution. Is that solution magically going to solve 50% of the failing cases? You really have to show us, to make us believe it, with data, with validation points. I want to close off with maybe the most important one. The most important one, when you really want to convince us of your business, is, are you really, really interested in solving the problem, right? Or are you more interested in giving a good presentation, getting a nice certificate, and going on with your studies? And that, my dear friends, is going to distinguish the real entrepreneurs from the people who don't have what it takes. Curiosity, willingness to drive in and to keep challenging yourself. Sometimes, when we were asking questions, I noticed that people were more concerned about, am I going to give a good enough answer? I don't care about your answer. I would have loved someone to say to me, I don't know the answer to that question, but this is what I'm going to do to find out. That is going to set you apart as an entrepreneur. Do not fall in love with your ideas. Do not fall in love with your own solution. Validate, test, experiment, challenge yourself. And in the end, you might or you might not come up with something that really works and that is worthy of building a business around. Does that make sense? Right? I want to express again, and we're going to end with an amazing, very, very loud applause, that this was very high quality, and we really are impressed with the work you did in this very short time. So a big round of applause for yourself. Dr. Medek, are you doing the announcements of the winners? Are you willing to do that? Or are you? Oh yeah, perfect. I didn't know who had the... Over to the winners.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, the moment of truth is now. Can we bang, bang, ta, 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 ta? Thank you so much, Peter, for giving all the highlights from us as judges. We were impressed. It's good that he gave areas of improvement and where we felt like you guys worked so hard to make it to this day. Can you clap for yourselves? And as I stand here to announce the winners, I will say that we are all winners. in these kinds of trainings, we don't have losers, because by the time you stepped in this room, first of all, you applied to be part, and you persistently attended from day one up to today, formed the teams, went to the field, sold and did everything. That means that you are a what? You were what? A winner. Individually, you are a winner, and as a team, you're what? You're winners. So let's not drop those ideas, because we have not won. We are all winners, because we have learnt a lot, and this has transformed the way we think about business, the way we think about the challenges we see in our communities, the way we think about the solutions that we want to bring to life. So please do not kill that good idea. Whether you got a comment from Nuriat and you're like, this woman does not like me, please, we don't have anything against anyone. All of you, the ideas were good, and the comments we were giving you were to help you improve on and think more critically about what you want to bring to life as a solution, okay? Feel free to contact the mentors for more ideas on how you can keep dreaming about your solution and improving on what. Research, read, because you have presented here. It's your first platform to present, but you're going to continue presenting even outside Uganda, even in Belgium, wherever. Innovators, we travel. I'm an innovator myself. But that idea that you have birthed during this bootcamp will take you far. As you build it, to bring it to life, will win you grants, will open opportunities for you. So as I announce, please, let's clap for the winners, but also we know that we are all what? Winners, okay. I will read out, we will have 3 winning teams, and we have a total of 8 winning teams. Okay? But the winning, the best are 3. And we have our chief guest here, the director of CITT, Dr. Medat, who will be coming to hand over our envelopes. Okay. So from us, from whatever we scored, from the judging, from everything, I'll start with the second runners up. Okay. So the second runners up is a team that was working on a very good, beautiful innovation. And I will just mention their name, Fiscal Minds. They are looking at providing a solution to businesses, small businesses, small business owners, and thank you so much for thinking about our small business owners. Customize your solutions to those people that you're developing it for. Can we clap for them as they come forward here? Okay, congratulations. Congratulations, Fiscal Minds. Okay.
Thank you very much, Fiscal Minds. Congratulations. You need to all come and hold on the envelope.
Please receive your envelope. And Dr. Manas, I think you can be part. Yes. Can we have also the mentors briefly join, please? Mentors. The mentors, let's have the mentors in this photo. Sorry, I'll keep disturbing you. Martin? All right, congratulations. Okay, the first runners up. This is a team that is looking at a problem among children. That is cancer. So it is a lifeline, detecting cancer at an early stage. Congratulations, congratulations to Team Lifeline. Let's clap for them again as they walk to the stage. Let's have mentors. Mentors, please, for the second time.
Team Lifeline. And who is the student from Howest in this team? No student. You didn't have? Okay, so Team Lifeline, congratulations.
We can't wait to have that product on the market. Okay. Okay, and then finally, the grand winners. Can we bang the tables? Because they are the grand winners. This is a team that is looking at providing comfort in our hospitals, especially for the caretakers. Congratulations, Team Meditech. Congratulations. Let's have the mentors for the last time. Congratulations. Mediti. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear judges. You have honored the day and you have made it happen. In the interest of time, I want to quickly acknowledge the teams here so that the chief guest communicates to all of us. In a special way, I want to recognize the 3 judges that have just concluded their event. Please wave to the chief guest. At the same time, I want to recognize the mentors that traveled with my counterpart Thais for recognition. Please stand up for recognition. Stand up. Stand up, stand up. So that is Peter. No, you are not from Flemish. That is Peter. We have Annalise, we have Lisa, and we have also Thais. I want in a special way to recognize the presence of our ICOS administrator who has joined us in the closing of this bootcamp. Christopher, please wave at us. Your presence matters. Please, those balances, we need them to complete the entrepreneurship center. I will keep saying it. The local coordinator also knows that. Okay, I want to recognize the presence of the stakeholders or coaches, business coaches, who has been with us throughout this bootcamp. Please stand up for recognition. Duncan, thank you very much. He even hosted us for dinner. Much as we'll pay the bills, but you hosted us. Thank you very much. I want to recognize now the Howest students who have come with the mentors. Please, all of you stand up for recognition. Please. They are 10 in number. It is the first of its kind, and really you have brought energy in our boot camps. If it were possible, every year we should have them. Please, thank you very much. Now, I want also now to recognize all the students of MAST in your different faculties to stand up for recognition. We have close to 40 participants who have been in this boot camp, and I believe you are living with changed minds. As I have already said, what connects us are ideas. Opinions, no more. We are now entrepreneurs. Please sit down. Now, my fellow mentors from MAST. My fellow mentors from MAST. A few are present here, but local coordinator, this is a testimony of capacity building within the MAST ecosystem. We have a growing number of mentors within MAST as far as entrepreneurship is concerned. I'm happy to report that currently some of these mentors are the ones teaching entrepreneurship across all faculties. Thank you, Sarah, for spearheading this as well. Thank you, Rennie. Thank you, Prudence. Who have I forgotten? The Secretariat. The Secretariat, please. Keisha and Miriam. Yes, they are the ones who do the donkey work of preparations. Please stand up for recognition. Without you, the coordination would be hard. Thank you very much. Now, we can't forget Creative. Creative Campus is the one that makes us visible. Please, Sankara and your team, also stand up for recognition. Now, the service providers, wherever you are greatly appreciated. We are grateful to you, Martin, and your team, because you have provided a sane environment that we were able to conduct this boot camp to its logical conclusion. Even if we don't have power, I can hear the sounds of the generators. Thank you very much. So, Chief Guest, this is the briefly the team composition that is present here, and I would like to take the honor to invite you to give us a word and then officially close the boot camp. Thereafter, you will invite us for our lunch, and then we move on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oh, so it doesn't work? It's for the live stream. It works. So I have to keep pausing that it works. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity, first of all, to congratulate you upon the completion of the 5 days boot camp. Congratulations to everybody. I would also like to take the opportunity to appreciate the integration, the intercultural integration of the students from Howest and those of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. I hope you're enjoying your stay at Mbarara, and I want to believe that when you go to the community, there's a lot that you're going to see from there. Would like to see more happy faces. Please feel free, in case there's anything that is not going well. If you don't feel nice about something, please open up and we get to know how to improve, because this sets a precedence for what is going to happen subsequently as we receive more students from Howest to Mbarara, but also from Mbarara University to Howest. So this partnership is very valued, and we appreciate that. We want to assure you we'll do what it takes to ensure that you have a very nice stay whenever you come to Mbarara University of Science and Technology. At this moment, I would also like to appreciate Dr. Manasa. I'm coming. Dr. Manasa has a great passion on what is happening here. And you can see the vibe in him. You can see the commitment. You can see his entrenchment into the system of making sure that this works. You give him a round of applause, please. Of course, his counterpart, Thais. We thank you so much, Thais, for the great work that you're doing and your passion of making sure that entrepreneurship at Must is well felt and it becomes a reality. Thank you very much. Let's clap for Thais as well. I want to take another opportunity of appreciating our management and council for creating an environment where we are doing this. Because without management support, without council support, we may not achieve much more of these plans. So let's clap for management and University Council because they are the ones that have created a conducive environment. I want to appreciate the partnership between the Flemish institutions and Mbarara University of Science and Technology because where we are, from what you see, this is courtesy of the support from the Must IUC UCOBS project. So let's clap for Viroris for the great support that they have given us. You can already see that this is a very good co-creation space. All these were not there about 2 years ago, but we can see a lot of write-ups, a lot of equipment, a lot of furniture, the worktops, you know, all the facets, the video conferencing facility, and many other equipment that has been brought here that is facilitating this. So this is exactly what you were in to make sure that you equip the Business Incubation Center and CITT to ensure that we have such training facility at Must that we can celebrate but also use to equip more capacity. I want to finally say that what we are doing is pertinent, not only to us at Must, but also to the nation. Because we are grappling unemployment, lack of formal integration in workspace. We are dealing with a skills gap. We are dealing with companies that start but do not celebrate their first birthdays. We are dealing with a situation where most of the companies that even start are not doing well. So we are dealing with a situation that fits into the global wave of what I call VUCA. VUCA. I've previously talked about VUCA, but VUCA is a current concept that talks about the volatility. V stands for volatile. That what we are dealing with, the generation, the situations, they are volatile situations, and therefore we need solutions that can fit in that kind of volatility. The second letter is U, uncertainty. There are many things that are uncertain around us, so we need to look at integrated solutions to address this uncertainty. The C stands for complexity. Complexity. The world is complex. Problems we are dealing with are very complex. Antimicrobial resistance, soil challenges, business fall-offs and fallouts. There are many complex situations globally. Inflation and many other things. And then the A is the ambiguity. Ambiguity. Things are not having clear solutions which require integrated interdisciplinary approaches. So with the VUCA concept, this is real, that we must support it. We must ideate, innovate, co-create, and commercialize. Our ideas cannot only stop at the prototype level. They must go to the market. That's the whole spirit of entrepreneurship. So we must make sure that our ideas do not die. There are many people who have, especially the young people, because of the VUCA concept, many things keep coming and they drop their ideas, very brilliant ideas. What has been awarded here is a very, very important sign that we have great solutions to the challenges, the complex challenges our societies are facing. And don't worry that you didn't win. Nuriat has said that all of us are winners. We are all winners and we need to clap for ourselves because we made it to the completion of the 5 days. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I know personally I was one of those, every time I don't get my first position, I would go home crying even when I'm the second person. in class. So I know what it means to lose the first position or the second, but this is not the end of the world. Tomorrow you're going to make it and make it shine in your spectrum of work. So I want to stop it at that and congratulate you, congratulate P5 for the job well done, and also wish well those that are going to Rubirizi district. It's a very beautiful place adjacent to Queen Elizabeth National Park. I think you enjoy what you'll stay there and what you are going to see. And I want to believe that you're already prepared in that context. So as a result, I would like to announce the following people that have been selected by the leadership of the sub-project that are going to participate in the boot camp that is going to Rubirizi. Of course, the Howest students already have a green card, so you've already passed the test. So you already qualify to be in Rubirizi, and we want to welcome you in Rubirizi, okay? But these are the following must students that are going to join you in Rubirizi. The first one is Turya Taryambiri Elon. When I read your name, you step forward. Taryambiri Elon, kindly step forward. And these were selected based on interfaculty representation, but also the nature of the activeness of engagement in this bootcamp. Kemijisha Ruth. Kemijisha Ruth. You already have a ticket to Rubirizi. Natkunda Rita. Please feel free to cheer them up. Don't mind about you not being part, but cheer them up. You never know, you might read the next name as yours. Another name is Aturinda Morris. Aturinda Morris. Another one is Muhumza Elton. Muhumza Elton. Another one is Chaze Mujib. Chaze Mujib. Akansa Serabethius. Namanya Elena. Namanya Elena, where are you? Right, you need to have some vibe as you come in front, please. Otherwise, you might lose your ticket. Numanya Elena, then Kemijisha Kellen. Kemijisha Kellen. And finally, Birunji Anita. Birunji Anita, where are you? All right, so these are the 10 students that have been selected from MUST to go to Rubirizi, and they are going to represent the faces of other students that were in the boot camp, so that we have a very clear twinning program with the 10 Howest students that are also joining Rubirizi. And accommodation is covered. Okay, so don't start claiming to your parents that we have to get more money to go to Rubirizi. So I am told by Dr. Manasa that the project will cover the transport and food, I guess, and food. So everything is covered. Okay, everything is covered. So I want to leave it at that and wish you all the best, and wish you a successful trip as you go to. Yeah, thank you. Let's take a group photo. You can join in, and then we close the day. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me a certificate. I didn't expect it, but I got a certificate as well. Thank you very much. God bless you.